You know, for me, that's what Christmas is. The birth of Christ. And what is Christ? Christ is the highest level of love. That vibration, that innocence, that expansion of the heart, that unconditional giving, which Jesus represented. You know, for me, Jesus was an enlightened master, a very simple man that always spoke from truth, always spoke from innocence. And he was always talking about celebration and giving to each other. He had no doctrine, no belief systems. He was just sharing his heart. And he was saying to people, you know, celebrate, enjoy life, look at the beauty. And I think somewhere we lost the gift of Jesus. You know, we started to take everything very seriously. And he didn't give lots of rules and regulations. That came later. But he taught us to love unconditionally, to love ourselves, to let go of the judgments of other people, to use our judgments to evolve. But he didn't teach us about sin and suffering. He talked about evolution and the beauty and the gift of divinity and the union with the Father. Who's the Father? Consciousness, God, creation, the perfection, and how everything's perfect. And what else did he teach us? He taught us to be as little children. He said the truth will set us free. So who lives in truth? The children. Children have a grace, a perfection. All children. Why? Because they live in truth. They live in their hearts. They don't have any judgments. They don't have any ideas. They're just open and giving and always in the present moment. And we lose that innocence. We lose our sacred hearts because we start to look externally. We lose that divinity and that innate connection that's so tangible, so complete, so perfect. And we lose that. And we start to fall into ideas and belief systems and traditions, and we start to suffer. But Jesus, he was a man of the people. He was not a highly educated man. He was the son of a carpenter. But he was very profoundly present in the essence of God and the essence of truth. And this is something that is so available to people when they let go of their heads. Because there was nothing to learn. There was just to become the actions of God or unconditional love. And as a consequence, everything else happened naturally. You know, and we think, oh, he was doing miracles. He was letting the blind see. Because people are blind. They can't see the perfection. They can't see the beauty. He was raising the dead. Because people are not living. They're so locked in misery and suffering. They can't celebrate truth. And everything that Jesus did was changed from the parables of truth and expansion to the duality of religion, because humans couldn't understand. So as we start to expand consciousness, we see the beauty of the Bible. We see the beauty of his message. And it was always based in innocence, truth, and unity with God, living in the heart. So I think it's very important that when we think of Christmas, it's a celebration, because life is to be celebrated. And unfortunately, we've learned that life's to be suffered. Life is to be punished. That we're not good enough. That we are sinners. And this we have to let go of. And start loving ourselves unconditionally. And as a consequence, extending that to everyone else. So for me, that's what Christmas is. And it's interesting because when we're children, we all believe in Santa Claus, no? And the gifts that come, and we hear the stories, and we don't even consider that we don't have a chimney. He comes anyway. And we have this innocence and this excitement and this joy, and we receive our gifts without an expectation. And whatever we receive, we celebrate. And we unwrap the packages, and we're fascinated with what's happening. And we have to come back to that space, to start having expectations, to really appreciate everything, the magic, the beauty, and to open our gifts that come every day, from a place of appreciation and a place of grace. And then everything starts to change. So, if you think of the facets, what are they based in? Praise, appreciation, gratitude, love, and unity. Unity with our divinity, unity with every aspect of our divinity. So that's my Christmas message, and that's what I want my students to be thinking of. It's what I'm thinking of. And I have such a profound love for the message of Jesus, no? Because it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful message, and it's our message. We were raised with this message. So let's be true to the essence of what the birth of Christ represents. It's our Sacred Hearts. And we all have one. Gracias.